Africa, Europe, Asia, South America, North America, Australia, Antarctica. Welcome to Zambia, Lusaka to be specific. It is your boy once again, Matthews, aka Matthew 08, walking the streets of Lusaka. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you are a returning viewer, thank you very much for returning. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how Lusaka has been engulfed by the ever-growing traffic. It is just everywhere. You get stuck in traffic everywhere, and I'm going to show you different places of Lusaka, ground and aerial view.
Just like any other African city, Lusaka is faced with challenges of traffic jam since 2000. To start with, Lusaka was planned or built for about 100,000 people 50 years ago, and the population has rapidly increased, and significantly nothing has been done, though there's been some construction and expansion of roads in Lusaka. Growing population and economic growth have led to a sharp increase in the number of motor vehicles traveling in Lusaka, Zambia. Increasing traffic volumes have negative consequences beyond unbearable congestion that you can see. They have great economic costs in the term of lost productivity and increased fuel imports and health costs in terms of injury and fatality, causing accidents and respiratory and other ailments due to decline in local air quality. In the response, the government has launched a massive investment project aimed at decongesting the capital city of Zambia. This has also contributed because everything is just centralized in central business district. How I wish more markets, more shopping malls, more offices can be built out of or in the outskirts of central district business. Lusaka, the stated objective of the Lusaka decongestion project is to decongest the city. It is directed at expanding roadway capacity through widenings and flyover bridges and overpasses to be constructed over 3 years, and this has been achieved despite having flyover bridges and other expansion of roads. Still, Lusaka is just congested. You can't just drive your car in peace, which is quite inconveniencing, I can say. Over 500 kilometers of roads have been constructed in Lusaka in the recent past with the aim of decongesting the city. If you've watched, you can go back to my channel and check the video that I did about the newly refurbished roads in Lusaka. You're going to see how beautiful they are, but this has little impact on decongesting the capital city of Lusaka. I just feel like any other city in Africa is facing the same problem. If you are watching from any African countries, it could be South Africa, Cairo, Nigeria, Botswana, Namibia, to mention just a few. Leave a comment, let me know how congested your cities are. However, the city is still experiencing traffic congestion, especially during peak hours in the morning, late afternoon, and evenings when people going back home. Lusaka experiences congestion on roads because the population of vehicles in the country does not tally with the rate at which roads are being constructed. I would say that the rate at which roads are being constructed is not equivalent to the amount of cars flowing into the country. And the road development agency says the agency is struggling to expand some of the roads in the city due to encroachment on the road reserved. As I think you've noticed that along the road or beside the roads, it is almost impossible to expand some of the roads because there are buildings along them, and evacuating and compensating or moving these people to other places, it is going to be cost for the government just to compensate these people. Hence, I just suggest that we may try to decongest Lusaka by building a lot of things or a lot of buildings that are more needed by people and other things, because people come to the central district business because that's where almost everything is. How I wish they could decentralize most of the things. Move further here in Lusaka, it is just crazy that I would say. In consecutive effort, the government announced plans to construct 2 additional bus stations because this traffic, you can see, is highly caused by the bus drivers or the buses on the streets of Lusaka. One behind Lev Junction and other along Kafiwe Road to decongest Lusaka. So if you've been to Lusaka, if you're from India, you are from United States, you are from Indonesia, you are from Russia, thank you very much, because I've been checking my geography and these are one of the top countries watching my videos. And I also appreciate if you are watching from any other country. United Kingdom, I see you, though it pales in comparison to the other African cities like Lagos and Nairobi. Lusaka traffic congestion has been on the rise, driven by the rapid growth in motorization, inadequate sustainable transport infrastructure, insufficient traffic management, and standard and substandard public transport system. Lusaka public transport system, characterized by several largely unregulated private operators, has been known to contribute to congestion, with significant traffic jams occurring in the close proximity to the city's major bus station or located in the central business district. It is against the background that the ministry is calling for the construction of more bus stations to ease the congestion in Lusaka. Bus stations, while playing an essential role in urban transportation management, can themselves contribute to traffic congestion, more so when they are not suitably located. Broadly speaking, having more than one bus station in the heart of the central business district can cause severe traffic congestion, especially when they are facilitate the movement of a large number of buses, as it is in the case of Lusaka. I would say that people have tried to do some surveys of public transport stations in Lusaka. Reveals that the number of bus flow to and from the capital city major bus stations are remarkably high. Combined seat market and other bus stations were clearing approximately 16,000 150 buses movement in a day. This is the huge number of buses just moving in the day. To avoid being stuck in the congestion, most operators take to unloading and loading passengers from outside stations, causing obstruction to the normal flow of traffic, thus perpetuating congestion. Lusaka main bus station have clearly reached the capacity, hence the call for more bus stations. From foregoing, it is clear that the reason behind Lusaka's congestion was much more complex than simply crowded bus stations, although that it is certainly a key part of the problem. Building additional stations in the short term offer some of the relief from congestion, as some buses will move from existing bus station to new station. However, in the long term, there is a risk that this measure may create new bottlenecks around the new stations, especially if the management of buses remains the same. The old adage of the fat man loosening his belt to cure obesity applies here, as new stations will quickly fill up, particularly if licensing of new operators remain as liberal as it is now. Put simply, the care of Lusaka congestion is not more bus stations alone, but rather firmer and thorough regulation. Much as building more stations will, to some extent, ease congestion in Lusaka central business, it is not going to be the one single answer. The solution contained in a bankable proposal for decongestion Lusaka city, which is already on the shelves of the ministry, and this has been achieved. A lot of flyover bridges, as I said in my intro, have been constructed. The proposal includes measures to improve not only infrastructure but traffic management and service quality, in addition to improving existing bus stations and improving selected intersection in the city. Authorities should control overcrowding by recognize bus routes and assigning buses to specific routes to match supplying demand. I also can say that since they've built flyover bridges, they can also do the same in the central district business, so that buses can be moving down and normal vehicles just up, because bus drivers, they cause congestion a lot. That's what I've observed, and that's my opinion. The authorities should further set and enforce service standard and improve the efficiency of bus services through controlled competition. More importantly, the authority needs to follow through with their plans to switch to higher occupancy buses. Lastly, the city should establish a public transport authority to coordinate planning, regulation, licensing, inspection, monitoring, and enforcement of transport services. This will go a long way, and it can help to decongest our city and other African cities, because we are facing the same problem in any African countries, and we've got similar or same solutions to this. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for liking this video. See you in the next video. Ciao ciao, paka paka, das vidania.